This is not your typical Christmas decorate with me. This year we are going big, like giant gingerbread men, giant gingerbread houses, oversized candy canes, and a whole living room that looks like it came straight out of a Hallmark movie, but on a budget of course. But before we dive headfirst into that sugar rush, I want to give a big thank you to Foreo for partnering with me on this episode, because if I'm going to be building a gingerbread wonderland today, this space needs to be fresh as frosting. So here's the vision. We're talking full-blown gingerbread fantasy land, but still cozy, still chic, and totally doable on a budget. But before I show you how we're gonna pull this off, we need to clear out some of the furniture in the room so that we can prepare for my Christmas tree. It's like this living room is meant for a Christmas tree right here in the center. So let's get some of this furniture out of the way. The tree set up, and then I had to run to an appointment, and then I went on a date with my husband. So it's the next morning, and today's gonna be a little crazy too, because I have a football game for my boys and we just got a lot going on, but I am determined to start decorating my living room. It's about time, don't you think? I have been so excited about this theme for like months and months on end, because I planned this theme a long time ago, maybe like even like last year, I can't remember for sure, but I do want to share with you kind of my overall vision. You already know, if you've been watching, that I'm kind of doing a giant gingerbread theme. If you missed it, you really should go watch it, me create a giant gingerbread village out of styrofoam. It's awesome. It's such a fun episode, and you're gonna start seeing it pull together when we do this area. We're gonna be mainly focusing on my living room today, decorating my giant tree, the mantle. We've got a TV over here. I might have to have my boys help me move that. We're gonna decorate this room and get it looking really, really good. But we've got so much more Christmas decorating coming your way, you have no idea. I wanna share some of the things that are coming in that are new, and some of the things that are coming in that are a little bit older from last year, because I don't get fresh decor every single year, and kind of recycled some things. I've got bins of gold decor. I've got bins of deer stuff. Originally, what I had planned was to create a lot of my large scale ornaments out of the styrofoam. However, I was in Hobby Lobby 2 days ago, and I ran into these little items, and they were the best deal ever. So let me just share them with you. Look at these. Aren't they so cute? So I really scored on these. So they were like little gingerbread men and a little gingerbread girl on stands, like they were meant to like stand up like this. Somehow the bottoms of them got broken off, and so now they have like just a little hanging device on the back. I don't know if that was there, or if they added that, or what the deal is with that, but they don't stand anymore. And these are so cute. Like, I could have made some out of styrofoam that were pretty cute, but were adorable, and I got so lucky. Then, making its appearance again is this giant bow that we used at the top of the Christmas tree. I think it's gonna work perfectly with our giant gingerbread theme. Again, I ordered a couple more of these for like other places in my house. So this will go up on the top of the Christmas tree with, if you watched my very last episode, we're gonna use some giant candy canes that we transformed out of the Dollar Tree. How adorable is this gonna be? How fun, right? Okay, so we've got that going on. I got some of these from Hobby Lobby that we're gonna pepper a couple of those in at the top, but also around the tree. I thought that was fun. I mean, I'm just gonna give you a sampling. I'm not gonna show you like every little thing that we're gonna be using. Making an appearance again will be my giant poinsettias because I love them and they will just tall Christmas tree. You need big ornaments to make a big statement, but even when my trees are shorter, I still like oversized things to make a statement. So I'm just gonna say that. Making its appearance maybe like on the staircase and some other areas are these giant puffy bows that I had from last year as well. But I also got a few more of these that we might use outside and inside. I have these little Christmas trees you may have seen in my previous episodes that I ordered some beautiful bows, but they were a little bit too burgundy for what we've got going on. And I think with these ones that I already had, I saw these at Hobby Lobby. I think we're gonna swap out those with these. And I think that they are gonna make the same kind of impact that I want. And they were such a good deal as well. So we're gonna swap out those bows and hang on to them for a future because they are going to have their time. One other important thing, and then I got like a whole bunch of just little kind of small gingerbread items that I got at like Target and Home Goods and a few other places. This might be Hobby Lobby as well. Some little peppermint things where, you know, I found this on, I really wanted some kind of text ribbon that said Merry Christmas. You know what I really wanted was the one that said like Cookie Express or something from like Decorator Warehouse. That ribbon would have been perfect on my tree. Like they had a package of like 2 different types of ribbon, but it was so expensive. So I found this one that says Merry Christmas on it, but it's this like nice kind of coppery gingerbread color. And we are gonna put this on the tree. We might put it out on our front porch. I don't know, but I feel like it pulls in some of those coppery gingerbread colors. And to kind of tone it down a little bit, I have these little polka dot. This is just like from the wedding section at Hobby Lobby, and it works together, you can kind of see. And then you will definitely be seeing some like just candy cane stripe type stuff because we are gingerbread and candy themed this year. So let's get to it. Before we jump into decking the halls with gingerbread men, candy canes, I just want to say a huge thank you to Foreo for partnering with me on this episode. I've been using their skincare tools for about a year and they've completely changed the way I think about at-home self-care. And I am still really loving their FAQ 202, which is their FDA cleared next generation LED face mask. And it's honestly the ultimate reset in the middle of the holiday chaos. But of course, I also love their FAQ 211. Goes on the neck. And lately I've been trying out their red light peptide serum. It's just a few drops. It's designed to boost the results of the LED light treatments and my skin loves it. So you just get a pump of that, put it in your hand and just put it on my face. I'm barefaced right now. Hopefully I didn't make myself look all kinds of crazy. So once I have on the peptide serum, I pop this on and I'll put it on in just a second, but first I want to tell you really briefly about it. It's super lightweight. It's completely wireless, which I love, and made with soft, flexi fit silicone that actually molds to your face. And yes, you can totally wear it while you're multitasking. I've literally had this on while I'm creating ornaments or doing work on my computer. Your hands are free. You're not toggled down by big, bulky, like battery packs or anything. It uses 8 different wavelengths, including NIR to target everything from fine lines to dullness to redness, dark spots, and just tired, worn out skin. And honestly, I've never seen my skin feel this smooth or look this glowy. It feels like a spa level treatment, but without the appointment. And it would make such a good Christmas gift, whether it's for someone you love or honestly, just yourself, because we deserve a little treat too. And now is the best time to try it. Foreo is running amazing Black Friday deals and you can use my code Natalie35 for an extra 35% almost everything, including items already on sale. That means you could save up to 50% off. So click my link in the description, grab that code and treat yourself or someone else to a skincare upgrade this season. Okay, so I'm gonna get started on this treatment, show you how to use it real quick. So you just put on the mask, like I said. You're gonna turn it on. There's like a button right there. make sure it's sitting where it's supposed to, and you can tighten it up right there. And then they have an app. So you go to the app and you click on which device you're using, and then you go to treatments. And they have a couple of free treatments that I like to do. And right now it's connecting, and I like to do the anti-wrinkle. It's just one of their free treatments on here. And then you click on that and you hit ready when it's ready. And you can listen to their most relaxing music. At the same time, we could also put on our little neck thing. Or we can exit out because we've got my Christmas playlist that I'm gonna put in my ears, and we're gonna listen to that while we fluff out the tree and start decorating. I feel like Iron Man with this thing on. Do not discount fluffing the branches. The good thing about putting it in like one of those bags that I pulled it out in is it doesn't smash the branches down quite as much. So like when I'm trying to re-fluff it, it's like much quicker process. There's a few areas that I gotta still keep working on, like right here and stuff. There's like a couple spots, but I figure we can kind of do that as we're decorating. But overall, it's fluffed in looking pretty good, but don't skip that step because it really does help. So before we put the decor on the tree, I'm gonna go get ready for the day because as we're decorating, I'm gonna have to jet out and go to my boys' football game, and then I'll come back and keep decorating. And now that I've done my skincare routine, I think it's time that we can go ahead and get ready for the day.
Okay, so this is a confession of sorts. I have two women in my life that are mad at me right now. Natalie's already laughing in the background. This is a very serious matter though. So one of my good friends said, you should really get one of those hair machines to cut your dog's hair yourself. And I went ahead and did it, and it was amazing. We got through almost all of it. I was shaving Dolly, number 5, using the number 5 attachment, and lots of hair. And it's a vacuum, and it was amazing. Well, in her underbelly, we have to go down to the skin almost, right? And so then I took the attachment off and shaved her underbelly. Well, it just so happens that I noticed a little tuft of hair right at the top of her head was still sticking out a little bit. And I just forgot that I took the attachment off, and I totally just fryer tucked our dog. She has a reverse mullet. She is so sad that she won't even come out of our room. I've never had a dog be mad at me like this before. It's so sad. Well, anyways, here she is. Here's our little fryer tuck.
Things can't get worse.
I have completely just balded our dog. I'm so sorry, Dolly.
Oh, she's still adorable.
Our son said that, Dolly, you are still so cute, ugly.
She is still so cute, ugly. Oh my goodness, she's not ugly. She looks a little funny. But
anyways, so
no
now,
problem.
But the problem is that now I'm gonna have 450,000 ladies mad at me.
You all forgive him, right?
So
Hair grows.
I'm so sorry. Won't happen again.
So if you see her running around and she looks a little funny on top, that's why. But we still love her. We still love you. You're still cute, huh? You're still cute, yes. We forgive you, honey. All right, we're gonna start up top and work our way down. we're making really good progress. It's now like the evening time. It's kind of hard to tell. It gets dark earlier these days, but I am really loving the progress we've got going. However, I want to get a few more of these berries if they have them. These are just from the Dollar Tree, but they look really good on the Christmas tree. And then I might get a couple of other things for the fireplace mantle. Sneak peek. We're still very much a work in progress, but we're making good progress. So let's go to the store and see what we can find. You guys, look at this pillow I just found. It's so cute. But it's $60. So that I guess would make it like, I don't know, 36. I don't know where I'd put it, but I kind of love it. Okay, and also though, here's some things that I'm looking at. I've got some of this, maybe for the fireplace. This maybe for the fireplace or outside, and gingerbread houses. This is like a garland. I don't know what I'm doing. I kind of got like FOMO, and I'm like kind of like overbuying because I just don't want to have to make another trip. So I'm like, what do I need? I'm gonna grab everything in sight. I'm at Ross and I've got a couple of things. We've got this garland, this little house, that for the kitchen, and then, oh my word, it feels like it is so late. It's 6:30. So we got a bunch of stuff and now we're gonna head home, and I am going to try to decorate until I crash and burn, and that might be the second I walk through the door. I might be like, that's it for the night, folks, and then go to bed and finish it tomorrow. But I might try to at least finish the Christmas tree. That would be really nice, and then maybe do like the mantle and the other stuff in the living room when I wake up in the morning. So anyways, we're doing it. Christmas time! Woohoo! I'm not even sure this is gonna be big enough because it only has 3 sections. So it's not very promising. We'll give it a try. What a bummer. I don't have like a huge way I go about this. I like to make the top really, really exciting. And then I try to evenly space the really big, large statement items. So we're trying our best to kind of space out the big poinsettias and the big giant gingerbread men kind of evenly. And then I'm kind of just evenly dispersing the 3 different type of ribbons that I'm using. So that is pulling those stripes all the way top to bottom. I'm kind of like do zigzags in opposite directions. So you're kind of making X's and Z's and yeah, A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3. I'm just kidding. Anyways, I'm getting a little loopy, but we're getting close with the tree. And then once I'm done with the tree, other than the skirt situation, I'm gonna call it a night. We have finished the Christmas tree. So cute, I love it. Now we're gonna focus on both this wall with the mirror and then the fireplace mantle and then a few finishing touches. It's gonna be magical. You may recognize these from my IKEA hacks episode. I originally had them over here on the mantle. I think that they might work a little bit better because they're so tall next to this mirror. And then we will kind of decorate the top of the mirror maybe, or maybe here, I'm not quite sure. I'm just gonna go through what I have and see what makes sense. Now I just gotta figure out what else. I did get this ginormous bow at Michael's yesterday. I think would look really cute on a bed too, but I thought that might be cute somewhere. I don't know, maybe we'll do that. I don't know, we'll see. I set these Christmas trees up at the beginning of the season so I could have a nice little Christmas backdrop and to do a couple of my DIYs. And I bought these bows off of Walmart. They're from the My Texas House collection, and I absolutely love them, but they looked a little bit more red online than they are in real life. They're definitely a very burgundy kind of color, and so it's not gonna, as you can kind of see, it doesn't really match. So, and I found these ones at Hobby Lobby, so we're gonna just switch these out real quick. I'm gonna hang on to these because I love them and they were a pretty good price, but they're just not gonna work. But what I love about this is I have a lot of other little red puffy bows and like velvet puffy bows, including the one on the top of the tree and like the ones that I put on my stair rail. And I think this is like still, it's got a little bit of burgundy, but it's mostly red, if that makes sense. So this is gonna work, I think, a lot better. And I just thought this would make a nice, simple statement. And then I've got my mirrors behind them. And then these dressers I didn't have last year. And so I think this is gonna be fun. So cute. I keep oscillating on what I want to flank the ends of the fireplace mantle, and you'll notice that I already have my Santa and baby Jesus picture up, and that's because all I needed to do was remove my picture over it. It's there all the time. It's just behind another art piece, and so I did that in a previous episode. Originally, I had the 2 IKEA lanterns that I made, and they would look really cool, but I think that they were a little bit much, and they're gonna look a little bit better over on the mirror side, which you'll see in just a second. But then I was gonna do the presents that I just made in the very last episode, and they're cute, but then I remembered I had these, and I think these are the way that I'm gonna go for my mantle. We will use those somewhere. We've got lots of different places. Maybe I'll put those on the top of my china hutch. There's plenty of places. And then I've got to decide whether I want to go asymmetrical or symmetrical for the greenery on the fireplace. So normally I'll do like asymmetrical and kind of bring it away and bring some of the weight away from the tree. I have like something very similar for my railings. That's the very popular Norfolk pine for my railings. This is the version from Hobby Lobby, and it's a very long piece. And so I think that we'll be able to swag it, and then we'll probably build it up and maybe add in some other greeneries as well. So it's quite a mess in here. So we might only get this area kind of pretty by the end of this episode, and then shove all the rest of it over there. But eventually it will look really, really good. And so let's get started on the mantle. Oh my goodness, I love how this turned out for now. I mean, I may tweak it a little bit more, but overall, this is just so much fun. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you got inspiration, and just know that there is so much more coming, like back to back to back. We are decorating my house, front porch, dining room, kitchen, and then we'll do a whole house tour. It's gonna be so much fun. I am so excited about the gingerbread man look. It's just a lot of fun. I hope you found a little joy in it by watching. And just a big thank you to Foreo for sponsoring this episode. Remember, if you've been thinking about trying out Foreo's LED face masks, I love them. They are so amazing. Now is the best time to try it with their Black Friday deals coming into Christmas. It is such a good Christmas gift for someone you love, or maybe even yourself. So a big thank you to them once again for sponsoring this episode. And if you enjoyed this episode, here's another one that I think you'll like as well. And to all of you, I just want to remind you that you are powerful. We'll see you next time. Bye.